Hey there, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Pop Culture After Dark. Abel and Vonnie here today, and
Hi.
it's a day. It is
Oh, yeah.
a day. So, on today's lineup, we have Ye, Kim Kardashian, Julia, Joe Rogan, The Rock, Alvin Kamara, Heather McDonald, Sherry Shepherd, Wendy Williams, Megan Fox and Brian Austin Green, Anthony Johnson, Travis Scott and Kylie Jenner, Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck on Ellen, and Adele. So there is lots to do with a very few topics, but I always panic when we have not enough topics because it's always our longest episodes, and we try to keep these like at an hour or less. So Vonnie, why don't you kick it off with one of the most talked about stories right now, Joe Rogan.
Oh, yes, because he's my favorite. Joe Rogan has started a tidal wave of controversies that leaked into other people and in the most recent weeks, and it has people calling for his cancellation and his podcast removal from Spotify. Now, all of this stemmed from the comments and his stance on COVID-19 and the vaccinations and whatnot. People are upset because he's using his platform, they believe, in a very dangerous way to try and get people to move away from vaccines, try other forms of, you know, helping yourself against the COVID-19 virus, and they're saying it's very dangerous. Neil Diamond came out and spoke very, very harshly about the situation. He took all of his stuff out from Spotify and said that he will not be returning to the platform until Spotify removes Joe Rogan from their platform. Other celebrities and other artists have come out in support of Neil Diamond and done that. Quite a lot has been pulled. However, it gained a lot of traction when Indie RE was like, you know what? I'm going to do that, yes, but I'm also doing it because Joe Rogan is a racist piece of shit. Those weren't her exact words, don't quote her, quote me. But that's that's basically where it went, like her meaning behind it. And she posted like a compilation video of him using the N-word freely, jokingly, all that stuff, throughout his podcast, and it gained like a lot of, I guess, people's eyes open. They went and they listened to past episodes of his and just really heard him out there using that N-word, hard-arding it, like just all forms of the N-word. Now, Joe Rogan did come out and the statement that he made prior was just saying that he didn't understand that word, that word is the only word in any language where only one group of people are allowed to say it. That was like his reasoning, like whatever behind it. And nope, wasn't nobody trying to hear that shit, period. But it had a lot to do with a lot of what was being said, how it was being used. So he came out and he actually issued an apology on Instagram, saying that it's the most regretful and shameful thing he's ever had to address publicly. Now, he did on his own remove, over 20-something episodes of his podcast, but does that really matter? I mean, he has thousands of episodes on there.
Literally, like thousands.
Right. Now, there was a video that you see him comparing a black neighborhood to a Planet of the Apes movie.
Like, how is that allowed?
Exactly. And then he had the nerve to say, I certainly would never want to offend someone for entertainment with something as stupid as racism.
It's only stupid because it doesn't affect him.
No. You don't want to offend nobody, but you just made fun of a whole neighborhood comparing it to a Planet of the Apes film.
Like,
and that's you not offending someone?
A group of human beings?
Like, motherfucker, everything you do is for entertainment purposes. Everything you say, everything you do is for like what? And you're gonna come out here and say, I certainly would never want to offend. Fuck out of here. I don't believe your bald headed ass, Joe. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. That's like you going to put a fucking toupee on and saying it's real hair. Bitch, fuck you. I'd snatch your wig and
This
slap your bald headed ass. Like, seriously, stop being dumb. Well, Spotify, knowing that, knowing what was said, all of the controversy, not just the COVID-19 stuff, but the racism things, Spotify said, Joe ain't going nowhere. Joe is not going to he's not going nowhere. The CEO Daniel Eck, in a message to the employees that he released this past Sunday, said, "While I strongly condemn what Joe has said and I agree with his decision to remove past episodes from our platform, I realize some will want more. And I want to make one point very clear: I do not believe that silencing Joe is the answer." Now he followed this up by saying, we should have clear lines around content and take action when they are crossed, but canceling voices is a slippery slope. Looking at the issue more broadly is critical thinking and an open debate that powers real and necessary progress. Now, the letter was the clearest indication. There's like a clear indication in the letter about where they stand on his fate, because they paid $100 million to exclusively host that podcast. So dropping it is not at all where their bottom line would be. So Spotify is making it clear that Joe is their bottom line, and they aren't going to be losing any money because of this. They are like, damn the other motherfuckers that are leaving. Neil Diamond, NDR Reid, that's cool. Joe Rogan brings in more listeners. You know, deal like whatever kind of like sponsorships he has and stuff like that. So that's just really horrible that they're choosing the bottom line over Joe. But I may get it, but I don't agree with it, because they are, after all, a business. So yeah, what do you think about all that?
I think, first of all, I don't have a Spotify account. I am an Apple all the way person, so I do Apple Music. Thank you, peasants. I don't. I can create my own playlists like on Apple. Like, it's not hard. There's actually radio stations on Apple. There's everything on Apple, so I don't need Spotify. Second of all, I think it's gonna take larger voices. That's great. India Ari did that. It's great. Neil Young did that. But the second a Taylor Swift, Adele, Beyonce pull their music, I bet you damn well that email would be read a lot different. If those three women were to pull, their music from Spotify, that there's no way that, and I think that they need to speak up and pull their music and do that. I know in the past Beyonce has refused to release albums in certain, like, she at one point had a bad deal, I think with Walmart or Target or something, and she would not allow her CDs to be sold there. And guess what? They came back sucking up to her, and they did it, and they did whatever she asked. And I think his remarks are disgusting. I cannot stand Joe Rogan. I think he is an absolute disgusting creature. I think that he has the right to say what he wants, but you do not have the right to compare people to Planet of the Apes, because if that's the case, then I compare you to a big, just loser asshole, a whole asshole. And the whole asshole, everything about the asshole, that's Joe Rogan. And he's a fucking disgusting dingleberry. I cannot stand him. I don't.
Not
He
a
is one of those
dingleberry.
spreading false information. Because of him, I don't know, for our listeners out there, because our podcast is on Spotify, but because our distributor puts it there, we actually got I got an email saying, like, now anything that's anytime like anything that's on the podcast about COVID, there will be like links to like fact check it now because of Joe Rogan, basically. So they are not allowed. They're gonna try to minimize the false information that he's giving out there. Yeah, Joe Rogan can just be a dingleberry and suck a big old banana because he is disgusting and I can't stand him. And the people that listen to him, those are the people that I can't see eye to eye with and probably never will.
I feel the same way about Joe Rogan that I feel about Howard Stern. A fucking complete idiot that is unnecessary. But and that's where people are like, hey, hold up. Howard Stern has said way worse shit. He still to this day says way worse shit. He hasn't been canceled. He's not taken off. Like, he's this and that. And I'm like, I don't give a shit. If it were up to me, I would want to cancel Howard Stern shit. Like, not only is he insensitive when it comes to like all parts of everything, but his tirade against plus size women is horrible. Have you heard that man talk about plus size women? He degrades them. He puts them down. He makes fun of them. It is horrible. And this man has the audacity to walk around looking like a degenerated ball sack and talk shit about females the way he does. Fuck out of here. Like, he looks like a fucking turkey that got skinned and that was left outside to dehydrate for like fucking a year. That's what he looks like. So, and then with a fucking wig on, with a curly ass fucking Weird Al Yankovic wig on. Fuck you, you stupid ass. Like, Carrot Top wig, but black. Like, and I love Carrot Top's hair. It's super curly and pretty, but whatever. That's the fuck he looks like. I can't stand Howard Stern. I can't stand Joe Rogan. Now, some things on the Joe Rogan podcast I can listen to. I do like when he debates and he has people on there debating different things, but I do not like the misinformation. I don't like how he uses his platform. I've been very vocal about that. So, yeah, he could suck a dick. But I will say now, a big star was coming to his defense at first, which was Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and kind of backing how he was talking about COVID, and just how people have their right. It's a platform. It's freedom of speech. Blah blah blah. But then he came out when he posted those, and someone was quick to correct him. Mr. Don Winslow came out and was like, you're a hero to many people, and using your platform to defend Joe Rogan, a guy that has used and laughed about using the N-word dozens of times, is a terrible way to use your power. Have you actually listened to the man's many racist statements about Black people? So when he sent that, The Rock responded and he put, Dear Don Winslow, thank you so much for this. I hear you as well as everyone on here 100%. I was not aware of his N-word use prior to my comments, but now I've become educated to his complete narrative. Learning moment for me. Mahalo, brother, and have a great and productive weekend. DJ. So when that happened, The Rock announced like all of his support for Joe Rogan. He pulled it, kind of backtracked what he was saying. But people were like, hold up, time out. But wait, there's more. Weren't you yourself making transphobic comments and you have the audacity to come on here and be upset about somebody being racist when you were being transphobic? Like, what's going on here? So Twitter and a lot of people are now calling for The Rock's cancellation over these comments that have been brought up. Now, some of them have been from, years ago. Some of them have been, a little bit closer to the current time frame that we're on. But they were just really like throwing him out there talking about hypocrisy at its finest. Because so the one that they brought up from his wrestling days was he was talking to John Cena. So he was like talking crap to John Cena in one of his little skits or whatever, and said that he looked like, let me pull it up real quick. He looked like a bloated transvestite Wonder Woman.
No,
so my question is like, why bring up like, so it's like, come on, Rock. Could you like not have used another? They couldn't just be a bloated ass bitch. Couldn't have been just like you had to throw the transvestite word in there. Okay, so there was that comment that he made. Now they're pulling, because you know what Twitter likes to do when they're trying to cancel people and stuff. They go back through tweets. I'm like, who has the time to go back? This tweet was 11 years ago. This is a tweet from July 30th, 2011. The Rock was talking trash to some woman named Katie Robin 2023. I guess they were going back and forth, or something was said. It triggered The Rock. So The Rock told her, shush, don't be angry, Miss Katie. It's not our fault you're turning tranny tricks to put
Mm.
yourself through nursing school. Shush. So, and I went back and I like see who this chick was and stuff. She was just like a Twitter user that was commenting on some stuff about him, and he got pissy and wrote that back to her. Now, there's a bunch of other tweets, where he's like basically talking the same kind of trash. Mind you, these are all years and years old. But a lot of people are out here saying that it's a hypocrisy. Caitlyn Jenner commented and said, the double standard is real. The Rock, I love you, but come on, dude, let's be real. Cancel culture has got to go. Use your platform. So, she's Caitlyn's over here saying, like, stop trying to cancel Joe Rogan whenever this could happen to you. The cancel culture is stupid. I can talk. Today's gonna suck ass. I can't talk. So that was the controversy with The Rock right now as it stands. There are people that are for canceling him for these comments and saying that he's being a hypocrite. I don't know. What do you think?
Look, that was a long time ago, but it also doesn't excuse like what you said. But then, like, you think about like a lot of the movies and things that we used to watch back in the day, like. And I remember, like, recently I watched, like, an old movie that I used to like. I can't remember the name of it. But I was thinking, like, how was that okay to come out? And, like, things have just changed so much. Like, it should have never been okay. But I think now we're just hypersensitive to things because of social media, because of 24-hour news, you know?
Oh yeah.
Anybody could be a news outlet nowadays with Twitter. Like one hashtag will get trending and the world will go on fire. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah. Oh yeah.
And so it's just like going viral on TikTok. It just takes one video, one live, and you're gone. You know what I mean? And so I don't think what he said was right, but I do appreciate that he took back his comments about Joe Rogan, like support, because he recognizes what he said was wrong. And he's not going to now if he like stood and said like, I'm sorry for what I said, but I stand by Joe Rogan, like, and he has like his right to speech or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, whatever. But it's like sometimes too many rights are not a good thing.
Right. No, exactly. I agree. And you are right. There are so many movies, so many shows like where that they cannot possibly happen today. I mean, you already know, we said this about Sex and the City, the original series. There's
Yeah.
no fucking way that could have been filmed the way it was filmed back then. Now, like there was just so much. There's movies that there's so much like racist comments in them, bigotry, sexist stuff, phobias, like what the fuck?
Even in movies, like when people say like that's gay, like in movies,
Yeah.
like, you cannot say that now. Like no,
Yeah.
it's not a thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Cancel Joe Rogan, not The Rock, because I hate Joe Rogan. So
I'm and the Rock bald headed too, but he cute bald headed.
It's only because you let The Rock get it and not Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan can go find it somewhere else. The Rock can come get it. The Rock can come get it. Joe Rogan can go find it.
Joe Rogan go find it with Candace Owens.
Oh Lord, why you put that image in my fucking head? I did not need that. God, maybe that'll be the one thing that shuts her ass the fuck up. Give that bitch some dick her down.
Do us all a favor, Joe. Adam, somebody at Joe Rogan, please. So let's move on and talk about Wendy Williams. We've talked about recently her health, and it's speculation that she is just really going through something serious. Nobody has confirmed anything. People have alluded that she is suffering from early signs of dementia and things like that. Some say she's wheelchair bound. There was reports, I believe TMZ first reported that there's actually people get involved saying that she's not, her lawyer and some other people are saying she's not of sound in mind and that she doesn't even have control of her finances. Well, with all that being said, there's been a rotating guest host on her show, And there was news that broke today of recording this that Sherry Shepherd, who used to be a co-host on The View, that Sherry Shepherd, they are in the works of creating her show to replace the Wendy Williams show. They said that every time Sherry is on, that ratings have skyrocketed. She's been one of the guests. She's been one of the most popular guest hosts. She also, like I said, is delivering in ratings in daytime TV, which is very hard to do. And so yeah, it's interesting that Wendy, it kind of like if her lawyer or whoever is petitioning that she's not of sound mind, it makes me kind of believe it, because I feel like if she was of sound mind, she would have made a statement by now and she wouldn't have let all these accusations go through. But I feel like it's kind of like another Britney, like what Britney went through. Like when Britney was under all that stuff, like she couldn't say anything or do anything, and now I feel like Wendy's ghosting in the world, and I feel like she would come to her defense. She's very outspoken. Obviously, she's Wendy Williams, and she has not made any kind of statement. So it makes me believe that the people in her camp are worried about something. So what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, I would definitely be worried as well. I mean, if she's being like frozen out of her bank accounts, like all that stuff, like who even has the power for that? Like, but then it's like, what is really going on with her? Like they're worried about dementia, they're worried about this, they're worried about that. Okay, they're worried about it, but what does the doctor say? Like, what does she have? Like anybody that's power of attorney with her? I mean, what the fuck is going on? Who's making these decisions?
Apparently, a few years ago, she signed a deal with her bank that was like kind of like a trust, and a bunch of like trustees are kind of basically in charge of her funds now, and they're all claiming that she's not of sound mind. So it's, but like I said, I feel like if they were wrong, if they were shady, if they were wrong, I feel like she'd find a way to come out and say something.
And maybe she could be so far on drug, well, not bad drug, like medication, that she literally can't do that.
But then, like, where, like you said, where's the doctor? Where's her doctors? Who's like prescribing her those drugs? Where are they getting it from? How the people all around her? How are they not speaking out? If that was my friend, I'd be shouting to the world, "They're drugging my friend. They're holding her hostage." You know.
Well, we've already made it clear.
Except if it was you. If it was you, I'd be like, "Girl, she's just partying."
No, but we've already made it clear and shown how these celebrities don't have real fucking friends. Yeah. They don't have like a real support system around them. Everybody's just worried about what's good for them. Like, how is this going to benefit them and stuff? And it's so sad because they're people too. Yeah, they're celebrities, but they're fucking people. Like, so I don't know. This one's kind of like, all we can do is just wait and see what's going to go on from there. But I'd be very worried about Wendy.
Yeah, for sure. So, Megan Fox and Brian Austin Green, girl, I thought they'd been divorced.
Oh, I know. How they just barely, like, their divorce barely got final yesterday. Both of them engaged to somebody else.
Is it okay? When we were going over stories this afternoon, I'm like, oh, they got divorced, and then I'm like, oh, wait, that bitch is engaged.
And so is he.
Girl, what is happening in this world? Maybe they finalized it because they both want to get married, and I guess legally you're not able to if you're already married.
Yeah. And he's got a baby on the way with his fiance, girlfriend, whatever.
But they've been split up for a while now. I think.
Sharna Burgess is her name. That's the one that's having a baby with Brad. I mean, they both look happy. Yay. Congrats. Yay. You're both divorced. Happy divorce.
Happy engagements and happy expecting baby.
Happy divorce, happy engagements, and congrats on the baby. God damn, that's a lot. Holy shit. And they're just a normal American family.
Yeah, so speaking of engagements and relationships, J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez, was on the Ellen show, and she recently was on there talking about her relationship with Mr. Ben Affleck. And obviously everyone it's like Bennifer is back, and they are like, everyone wants to know all the deets. Well, Ellen said that, Ellen asked her, about like, how do y'all feel? Like, people are like shocked and surprised about this. And J-Lo said something like, I don't think anybody was more surprised about us than us.
Oh,
Uh,
right. I
yeah, so
mean,
they're being titled Bennifer 2.0, and she was asked about how do they have how do they have moments when they have 13-year-old twins, 16-year-old, 13-year-old, 9-year-old, like all like between the two of them, like how do they, have intimacy? And JLo said, girl, she said, bathroom, closet, private moments for private moments, to have talks, to do things.
that's
What?
so cute. Everybody thinks they're the first people ever to have a big family. Fuck out of here. I have 8 kids, and if I want to have intimate moments, motherfucker, I'm fucking having them. Like, nah.
Yeah, you're like, kids, don't be opening this goddamn door unless you want to see something.
Nope, nope. And you put the lock on the door, you turn the radio all the way up, and boom, bam, baby.
And if they try to knock and knock.
Oh no, they don't know. They don't do that. They don't do that. They know better.
Yeah,
They don't
you
do
have
that.
you have a household full of like teenage boys right now, so they're like, they don't want
Dude,
you
they're
in
in,
their
they're in
lives.
Fortnite. They're in Xbox. They got headphones on. They're in their rooms. I don't hardly see them. They're like Schmiegel in their damn rooms. Like,
They want to avoid you.
I don't see them at all. The only time they don't want to avoid me is when they're asking me to order them pizza, and that comes in a text message.
Or when they take your car and you're supposed to have a
Without
meeting
permission. Without permission.
at
Assholes.
at someone. Putting your kid's business out there. We're gonna put his
On blast.
I'm gonna put his handle
At
on
him.
the
At
screen.
him. But that's so
So
funny that people think because they have so many, like, when do you have? Like, no, the more pressing question I want to know is how long after Mr. Ben got caught doing all that stuff with them girls on that dating app did J-Lo decide, hey, let's get back together? That's what I want
I
to know.
don't know. I don't think she cares. I mean, it's J-Lo. She's been
I think
like,
it's hilarious because a lot
she's
of
been
people
with
were
like
saying
Hollywood,
that, like, at first they weren't believing this relationship. It happened too soon after all that Ben controversy, that
Yeah,
she was just
that was a
helping him
lot.
come out of the bad side of the news and all this shit. But hey, whatever. I'm happy for him. More power to you. Ben, if you're gonna ride this gauntlet, may the odds be ever in your favor. Hopefully your ring is the ring that sticks.
Yeah. They look very happy though in like all the pictures and everything. They do look very happy. Even when they're like sneaking, like you can tell that they're trying not to be caught. They look very cute together. Like,
All I'm saying is J-Lo's ring finger is fucking Teflon for engagement rings. So
well, I'm like,
we'll see.
after like so many times, it's like, who is the common denominator? I don't know. I don't know, but I mean, allegedly, I don't know.
Allegedly.
We say that all the time. So again, sticking with relationships and stuff, why don't we talk about Travis Scott and Kylie Jenner? Another congratulations are in order.
Amal, why are we talking about it? Oh yeah.
Bitch, they got a baby. They had a
So,
baby. They had a baby boy.
Some millionaires had a baby. That's awesome.
And what's his name? We don't know.
We don't fucking know. We don't know
Why?
because
Why? Tell our listeners why the fuck we don't know.
Because Kylie wants to make sure it's gonna go with her brand. Are you fucking serious? Like, it's gonna go with your brand, bitch. What the fuck is their first kid's name? Is it Stormy? Are they the ones with Stormy?
Is that Stormy?
You know what?
Yeah, I think it's Stormy. I think it is Stormy because Kim has Chicago, North, and somebody else.
Yeah.
Or Storm.
Okay.
Or
So her
Stormy
name's
Kim's
Stormy.
baby.
Stormy Webster. Now, is Webster the middle name or the last name? Is Travis Scott's last name Webster?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so Stormy. So she wants to make sure it goes with the brand. Okay, let's see. Stormy, Travis, Kylie. What the fuck?
Maybe like...
What brand?
Maybe you know how her family's all like K's. Maybe she's like Stormy, Starry, Um, I don't know, girl. She's trying to come up with something, maybe.
Hmm. I'm on with an S, maybe to keep the S's going. Sure, there's like 10,000 names that they could name that baby. Whatever.
Congratulations, bitch.
They should name that baby Lawsuit because that's its daddy's favorite thing. So whatever. I
Okay,
don't want.
we're moving on. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
So let's move on and let's talk about Heather McDonald and the incident that she had. Believe she passed out in the middle of one of her sets, like comedies. She's a comedian. For those of you that don't know, she's a comedian. She's
Yeah.
a podcast host. She's the radio host. She does a lot. She's a jack of all trades. An author, all that stuff. So,
Yeah.
Vonnie, why don't you share with the listeners? She had a scary kind of incident.
She did. She had a scary moment. Now, this happened on stage during a sold out show in Tempe, Arizona. And there is video of her passing out. And the video, oh my God, if you haven't seen, she collapsed dead in the middle of the set, and you hear her head just hit the ground. I mean, it sounded horrible. Now, she said she's not sure why it happened. She said she didn't eat before her weekend set. She only drank half a Red Bull and some water. Um, she did shoot down any rumors about someone saying that they might have spiked her drink or something because people were saying it was very reminiscent of being drugged, you know. Now she says she has two black eyes and a skull fracture from that's how hard she hit her head. I would also
Damn.
assume a concussion or some kind of TBI maybe with that. Obviously, if she had a skull fracture with that, it was just a very, very, very scary situation for her and everybody that was there attending. Um, and she said she's never fainted before, so this was like a really, really scary moment for her. So definitely, um, I really, really hope that she figures out what happened, what made her pass out. And
Hopefully,
it could have been, hopefully it's something minor,
like
so
low
maybe
blood
low
sugar.
blood
Maybe,
sugar, yeah.
yeah.
And when
Hopefully, it
you're
was something like
watching her,
that.
when you're watching her on the video, it looks like it's a part of her set because she's like just like she's already like walking like off to the side, and then all of
Well,
a sudden she just boom.
that's what's scary is like I remember a couple years ago when Wendy
Wendy
her
Williams,
health
yeah.
issues, live on show, and girl, she got right back up after commercial break and finished her show. She's like, the show must go on, honey. But obviously she didn't have like a
Mhm.
concussion and she didn't have all that stuff. But that's scary, and hopefully it wasn't anything major, and hopefully she's okay. So, well,
Yeah.
obviously
So
she's not okay, but hopefully she recovers well.
and after this, you're gonna have to watch the you're gonna have to watch the video, Abel.
Oh, I can't. So, just speaking, we're like talking about Heather McDonald and her scary incident. Well, actor Anthony Johnson sadly passed away. And for those of you that don't know him, he was probably more famously known for his role in the movie franchise Friday. Um, I saw this and I saw his face, and I didn't know his name, but but I saw his face. I'm like, oh, he's from Friday, 'cause throwback,
Mhm.
and he passed away. And it's said that he suffered for a long time a drinking problem, drinking issues, and that had to allegedly could have maybe contributed to his passing. And so that is very sad news. I know the last few episodes we've had people, lives ending in one way or another, and it's just like such a you never know like when is your time, and
Right.
so we have
So
to
and the reason I'm
go
sorry,
ahead.
go ahead. No, I say the reason why this was brought back up again was because the ME finally revealed like his cause of death. Like, and this had
Yeah,
been for a while, that the Emmy was, tossing back and forth with it because they were throwing COVID in there. Um, Now they said that there was no alcohol or common drugs found in his system when they ran the toxicology test. But the coroner's office found he had recently tested positive for COVID, although there was also no signs of pneumonia. However, they did attribute it to the chronic ethanol use is what it was. Like exact.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
they could probably tell that by the liver. I'm
yeah.
sure,
Yeah.
probably.
So,
Sad.
yeah, but that's when he was reported lifeless. What they found him, lifeless, last year in that LA store, and he was rushed to the hospital and then pronounced dead. And this is just how long it's taken for this cause of death to come out. I always freak out, like all the medical things that we have, and then it takes months, if not a year, to figure out like an actual cause of death. Like, okay.
Yeah. And I think sometimes too, it's just like they want to make sure that there's no foul play. They want to make sure, you know what I mean? I think they're just, if it's something like it's abnormal to them, especially with COVID
Mhm.
happening, they need to find out, like, did this person die from COVID, or did this person have underlying issues that COVID may have flared up or triggered, or so I
Exacerbated
think
and stuff.
I
Yeah.
think that's why it's taking probably longer now when people pass away, because they are looking into, like, did they have something that they didn't have before, did it, like I said, flare something up that they didn't have before, did the vaccine do have something to do with it, like, so
Yeah.
I just think that.
Yeah. And he was only 55 when he passed away, still relatively very young, and didn't really have very much financially. So Offset stepped up and covered all of his funeral costs.
The more and more that Offset and Cardi B, like, are embracing their family unit, I am, like, really, really loving them. Like, I heard about Cardi B paying for a bunch of funerals for
Hmm.
people back in Brooklyn. I think they had, like, a fire in an apartment building or something, and
Yep.
she paid for all funeral expenses, and she did that, and she never released statements or nothing. Like, she never did it for press. She didn't do photo ops, or she did that, like, under the table, and it came out, like, after the fact, so I have so much respect for them. Like, as messy as Cardi can be, we love Cardi. uh
Hmm.
as messy as she can be, she used they're I think she's used using her platform in a good way, and also Offset, I think, is taking a little bit from her and learning how to use his platform for better. Not to say he wasn't before. I just never really followed him before, and I think him
Right.
being with Cardi just, like, magnifies his stardom. Like, cause he's in, what are they? Migos, right?
Migos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So they're like relatives. So they're people know them. So before we get into the last few stories, let's talk about Alvin Kamara. This is okay. So this is like Vonnie's, like, ESPN segment she wants to do every episode, y'all. Like, okay, like, this is like, what is that ESPN noise? Like, dun, 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 like, I don't know, whatever it's called.
We're gonna have to get that.
Girl, no, we're not. That's not happening on this podcast. So,
Come
Vonnie,
on. Next week it's gonna be all about the Super Bowl, baby, and I don't want to hear no crap from you.
I'm not watching it. I already told her. And I'm not watching the halftime show. So I said what I said. Now, if something happens, like if somebody falls, if a nipple pops out, I'll be watching those clips, honey. But if there's no controversy, I won't be watching. So, Alvin Kamara, he's like a player in something. NFL, right? Right?
He
You
is
said
a
NFL?
running back. Yes, he's a running
Okay.
back for the New Orleans Saints. Oh my
Okay.
God, you're hilarious. Okay.
I knew that he
For
was in the
football.
NFL, but yeah, I
That's the
know
one
he's
where they
in the
kick the
NFL.
touchdowns. Yeah.
Yeah. Not the. Oh, that is a field goal. Yeah, I was just saying, not
Yeah.
the home
Oh
runs.
my God. Yeah, they do those too.
Okay. Anyways, I knew he did something with the ball. This is ESPN segment. Vonnie, this is your segment. Here you go.
All right. So, New Orleans Saints star running back Alvin Kamara was
Oh,
arrested in
Kamara.
Las Vegas just hours after taking part of the 2022 Pro Bowl. Now, his arrest was for battery, resulting in
Oh,
substantial bodily harm
oh.
following an incident that allegedly, there's that word again, took
There you
place
go.
in a nightclub one day prior. So he beat the shit out of somebody the day before the Pro Bowl, and they still let him play in the Pro Bowl. Okay, cool. They were dispatched to officers were dispatched to a hospital early Saturday evening to speak with the victim who reported the battery. Now, the investigation by the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department determined that Kamara was the perpetrator. He was taken into custody on Sunday and transported to the Clark County Detention Center and booked for battery. Now, he posted bond at about 8:30 Monday morning, and he has a court date set for March 8th. Now, the incident in question took place at 6:30 a.m. Saturday morning. He said he was waiting for an elevator with a group of people that included the Saints running back and at the Cromwell Las Vegas hotel. What the fuck? I cannot talk today. Like, it's really aggravating. And casino. When the elevator arrived, Kamara allegedly tried to stop Green from entering the elevator, putting his hands on his chest. Green said he then pushed Kamara's hands off of his chest, and he was then pushed back in return. Now, Green said that he was punched and kicked by multiple members of the group, and he lost consciousness. Now, he was able to identify Kamara as the one of the men who took part in the incident. Now, this surveillance video verifies that it was Kamara that beat the shit out of him, punched him over 8 times. Now, the photos of Green, like where you can see where he beat the shit out of him, are horrible. Now, he's also a party promoter. His name is Darnell Squirtbuck. That's his nickname, whatever. Green. Yeah, he was on Twitter showing off his injuries. I mean, and he looks like he got knocked the fuck out, man. And he said he's implying on his social media postings about how he's about to get paid. So I don't know if that's very smart.
I don't know. I don't know if he's about to get paid now. I don't know if he's about to get paid now.
I mean, he really he busted up his nose, his face, his mouth, he is toe up from the flow up. So Kamara, I don't know, buddy. I don't know if you need some anger management things. I don't know if the NFL is gonna assign you to a therapist.
No,
something.
They'll just pay a fine for him, and he'll be fine. He'll be playing whenever they play again.
That goes back to what we say about these NFL players that think they're fucking God. They really. It's so much shit.
They can do whatever they want.
Yeah, and speaking of an NFL player that thinks he's fucking God, I'm gonna address for 5 seconds about Tom. I don't really give a fuck about him. He's irrelevant to me. Brady. Okay, this motherfucker retired last week or the week before, whatever the fuck he said he retired, and
whenever they lost.
Moment. Yeah, we lost. I'm retiring. Well, this motherfucker deadass came back and said he possibly could return back to the NFL. You never know what's gonna happen. Look, bitch, if you don't stop playing with my emotions and just stay your ass at home with your pretty little wife and watch the little footy ball on TV, I don't want to fucking hear it. So now he's got everybody in an uproar about could he possibly be coming back to the NFL? Is his retirement bullshit? What's going on? I hate Tom Brady.
I think he's in NFL years, he's too old for the sport now. I'm not saying he's old, but for the sport, he's too old. And I don't think he will get paid what he wants. So
the only place I can see him coming back to the NFL in is commentating. I don't want him anywhere else. I don't even want him commentating because he sounds fucking boring anyway.
He could take Troy Aikman's spot because I can't stand Troy Aikman.
Oh, that's a hard one. God, I don't know which one I can't stand more.
Both.
Yeah, both of them.
All the both above. Of them. All the above, bitch. So, people we can't stand. This is the largest stories of the day. Yay!
Oh my God! Are we on the Yay story?
We're on the Yay Kim Julia family drama triangle unfollowing following statements. What's happened? We need to just all right here at the podcast. This is it. Let's all
right. Buckle in, bitches, because this is going to be a ridiculously long fucking ride. Okay, so let's see if I can start from the semi-beginning on some bullshit that's going down. First, I just want to preface all this by saying that Kanye West has deleted all of his Instagram postings blasting his ex-wife Kim Kardashian after their ongoing public dispute came to blows this weekend, like not literal blows, but like fucking look, bitch. This is ridiculous. So the month-long feud escalated on Friday after Kanye, yay, who's now yay, yay,
Yay.
whatever,
Yay.
called
Yay.
out Kim on Instagram for letting their 8-year-old daughter have a TikTok account and post a TikTok. So I did see the TikTok. It was nothing. Like, I could not believe this man blew up the way he did over that TikTok. And Kim was in it with her. It was a cute mom-daughter TikTok, whatever. So Yi took to Instagram and he posted like a screenshot of the TikTok and was like, "Since this is my first divorce, I need to know what I should do about my daughter being put on TikTok against my will." That's what it said. So here comes the public, like, coming for like Kim and attacking her and stuff, and he just was constantly talking crap on his Instagram. There was that issue that happened the last time with her, the birthday party, where he said he wasn't invited and he was riding around town, blah blah blah. Travis Scott came clutch with the address. Well, anyway, Kim did put out a statement on her Instagram saying, "Kanye's constant attacks on me in interviews and on social media is actually more hurtful than any TikTok North might create. As the parent who is the main provider and caregiver for our children, I am doing my best to protect our daughter while also allowing her to express her creativity in the medium that she wishes with adult supervision, because it brings her happiness. Divorce is difficult enough on our children, and Kanye's obsession with trying to control and manipulate our situation so negatively and publicly is only causing further pain for all. From the beginning, I have wanted nothing but a healthy and supportive co-parenting relationship because it is what's best for our children, and it saddens me that Kanye continues to make it impossible every step of the way. I wish to handle all matters regarding our children privately, and hopefully he can finally respond to the third attorney he has had in the last year to resolve any issues amicably." So that was what she put out, and everybody was like, whoa, because Kim never addresses this shit publicly. She likes to do it privately and stuff. So she got to the point where she was just like, you know what? And I'm fucking done. Period. This is some bullshit. Well, Yi wasn't going to keep his mouth shut. Yay, whatever the fuck. So he went and posted directly after that, "What do you mean by main provider? America saw you try to kidnap my daughter on her birthday by not providing the address." Yeah, threw it out there to her. "You put security on me inside of the house to play with my son, then accused me of stealing. I had to take a drug test after Chicago's party because you accused me of being on drugs. Tracy Romulus, stop manipulating Kim to be this way." So that was what he had put out after that had happened. Basically saying that he feels that their entire dispute is being one-sidedly controlled. So that statement came out, and that was like, okay, they're talking shit back and forth to each other. Well, who pops into this shit? Lo and behold, you said this bitch's name earlier. I don't know why we say her name, because when we say her name, this bitch appears. No, I haven't even touched on Julia yet. I'm gonna get there. Candace fucking sit the fuck back down, Owens, came out and tweeted, "There is no 8-year-old in the world that needs social media. Go color." That's what she put.
Bitch, go sit down.
Go color.
Bitch, how the fuck about that?
Yeah, go color. Go color, North. So she also said, "Kim is wrong on this one. The psychological effects of social media on young girls is real and documented. It's actually Kanye that is trying to protect his daughter in this regard, and Kim is spinning this as obsession and control. There are other creative outlets for kids." I'm sorry, Candace. How many have popped out of your fucking uterus? What?
You did it.
Yeah, the fuck I did. I absolutely cannot stand
you said what you said.
That have the audacity to tell a mother what the fuck she should and should not be. Like, you know what? Suck a dick. Suck a dick. Not even your husband's dick. Go find a random dick. Fuck you, bitch.
With Joe Rogan.
With Joe Rogan. Yeah, go suck. Yeah, do that. Do that shit. So it was like, it was just ridiculous. So Yi also made a statement where he says, Yay, yay, ye, yeah, you dumbass. I will no,
Not your dumbass.
I will no longer put my hand through a blender to hug my children. My mother took me to Chicago when I was 3 and told my dad if he came to Chicago, he would never see me again. So I bought the house next door. I dream of a world where dads can still be heroes. And then, not long after that, he shared another post calling Kim out for not letting him take their children to his hometown Chicago, a subject they have previously clashed over, and so he's pissed off about that. He said, I want to bring my kids to my hometown of Chicago to see my basketball team play for 7,000 people. And Kim is stopping that, he wrote before questioning, how is this joint custody? Now, I'm sorry on this. I agree with whatever the fuck. I agree with him because I don't think that Kim should be stopping him from taking his kids anywhere that he wants to take them. You know what I mean? On the flip side, he's trying to stop Kim from allowing her to have her, make a TikTok or whatever, like any of that shit. So I'm just like, this is like really, really crazy. Now hold on, but wait, there's more. I'm not done.
Girl.
I'm telling you, this shit's a fucking lot. When I was doing research for this, I was like, this is some bullshit. So Kanye said, this is an example of Kim's cousin agreeing with me about TikTok, then proceeding to ask me for some Yeezys afterwards. Her other cousin, her other cousin Cara called me saying she agreed with me. Then she said she would speak out publicly, which she never did. Then she suggested this, and the text messages are on here, and they're from her, and she's just saying, hi, hope all is well. I saw your post. I'm happy to share what I know about that since I'm a single mom and want to keep my kids off the internet. Call me and let me know if you have some information. Hope I see you soon. Well, then he responded to her, just how he didn't feel like talking or whatever. He didn't want to drag his kids into a dark world or some shit like that. And she's like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to upset you. He said, I'm not upset. And then she said, is it safe to buy Yeezys on StockX? Andrew wants belugas. We would love to see you. And the kids are like, what? Oh, Kim, get your family, girl. So he was just like he was just putting shit out there, like putting shit out there, putting shit out there. And he's also like talking crap about the whole family, addressing them more broadly, referring to them as a unit, claimed that he gave that family the culture that they have now. He is like on so much shit. So then, and if there wasn't any more, he said I'm being called erratic. I gave that family the culture. If they was a whole unit, keep playing games with me and I will take that culture back. A father should never have to beg for the location of their children. And then he also said, I take medication. My dad didn't have money or a public voice when my mom destroyed him and his relationship. I do this. I have that. This is for every parent on either side whose kids' futures are being one-sidedly controlled. I don't even have the right to get angry as a father without repercussions. So, I mean, he is just out here like throwing shit, like it's saying how he feels. You know what I mean? And it was just like a lot. Here's another accusation that he was making. He said, yesterday, Kim accused me. Now, this is all on Instagram. Ye is like, whatever Instagram, like, you get a whole party. Just go follow him because his shit's hilarious. He said, yesterday, Kim accused me of putting a hit out on her. So let me get this straight. I begged to go to my daughter's party and I'm accused of being on drugs. Then I go play with my son and I take my graphic novels and I'm accused of stealing. There were some graphic novels that he had there at the house, so he just grabbed them because they were his. And I'm accused of stealing. Now I'm being accused of putting a hit on her. These ideas can actually get someone locked up. They play like that with black men's lives, whether it's getting them or getting them locked up. I'm not playing about my black children anymore when it comes to this family.
Girl.
So
that's too much. It's
I mean,
too much. Make it stop.
okay,
Stop.
so I mean, it kind of did stop because he since then has deleted all of these posts where he's calling her out, talking shit, like all this stuff. It's a lot.
Basically, Kris Jenner got to him. Basically,
It might have been that, I don't know, but he publicly
or he
then
got a
went.
cease and desist.
He then publicly went out and said that he's begging for God to bring his family back together. Just hours after this happened, just hours after Julia Fox brushed off.
Okay, bitch. Here she is. I was waiting for that bitch to come around.
Brushed off any residual feelings for Kim Kardashian that she may have. Now, so she came out and she said, "Don't worry about him pining for Kim. He's with me now."
Oh, like she's that bitch.
Yeah, she said, I'm sure there's still some residual feelings, and that's normal. It's human. I also know that he's with me now, and that is all that matters.
Oh, Julia thinks she's that bitch. That's what she thinks.
Uh-huh.
Julia said, "I'm that bitch.
I'm that bitch. He's with me now. Fuck her. She
ain't shit." What
shit.
I got was, "I'm that bitch. She ain't shit. Fuck Kim. Fuck your baby mama. Fuck your mama too." That's what I got out of that.
Uh-huh. And Kim's over here allegedly Kim's over here and be like, "Bitch, who the fuck is you talking about? I'm happy without that man in my fucking life." So
but
she
bitch,
came out and said,
"Have him, bitch. Keep him."
Yeah, she said that she left him to make herself happy. She was just completely miserable married to him. That, you know, now she's going to eat well. She's going to work out. I'm going to have more fun, spend more time with my kids and people who make me happy. I'm going to put my phone down, unfollow if I don't want to see something on Instagram. I'm living my life. So she's really making it seem like she's just free as fuck now. Julia, have him, take him. He's your fucking problem now, Miss Bitch. He with me now. Okay, he's with you now, but where the fuck are you when he's ranting and like on her fucking head? Now he's begging God to bring his family back together. Like, okay. Like, this all too much. I need some, my whole throat dry now talking about this motherfucker.
Bitch, Julia needs to sit down with Candace. Girl, you just got here. You don't even go here yet, honey. Nobody knows you. You don't even go here yet. You never will. You can't sit with us.
None of that shit.
To quote Kim, "I'm glad she's a fan." Period.
She's saying all that now, but when a few hours before that, she had deleted all of her pictures of her and Kanye. And she said she did that because she was tired of seeing herself and wanted to see a more like verse, like home page on her Instagram because it was just nothing but her and Kanye. I'm like, bitch, I don't give a fuck how much I want to see other shit. If I'm proud of my man and with my man, I'm not gonna delete my pictures of me and him. You done lost your, especially if y'all are still together. Like, why would you do that? I don't. All I'm hearing is you just nutter butters as he is.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
So that was a lot, bitch.
I don't make this shit. Yeet. Talk to him.
Yay.
Yay. Yee. Are you sure it's not Yee? I think I kind of like Yee. But
it's Yay because it's like Kanye.
Nah, Kanye because he's stupid.
Because he's stupid.
Ain't nothing yay about Kanye right now. But whatever. Oh yeah, so Mr. Yay.
We're gonna end the show on a high note by someone who can sing the highest of high notes, Adele. So y'all, last week or the week before, I can't remember because she's been in the news. Adele, we reported that it was being reported that Adele was pulling out of the Brit Awards after canceling some of her shows, or not canceling, allegedly, quote unquote, rescheduling some of her Las Vegas residency shows. She was pulling out of the Brit Awards. Well, leading up to the Brit Awards, there was a post on the Adele Access Instagram page. It's basically like the official, like the brand Adele, not Adele's Instagram, and they posted a picture of like the Brit Award microphone, And so everyone's like, "Oh, okay, she's gonna perform." Well, yeah, she did perform. She performed one of her new songs called "I Drink Wine," and I don't know what other songs. I haven't watched it, but I know that that was a highlight of the evening because one of the first sentences or one of the sentences in that song is like she doesn't know why she lives her life for other people or care what other people say or something like that. And the controversy about her now like coming out on the Brit Awards is that she was spotted with a diamond ring, and people are saying that maybe Mr. Boyfriend that's allegedly problematic proposed, or maybe they're engaged, and that's why all of a sudden all is well in the house. um if you're not listening, if you're just listening to us and not watching us on YouTube or Facebook, make sure you go watch us on YouTube and Facebook just for the facial expressions alone. You can leave us on mute if you want, but watch. Vonnie, what are your
I'm all
thoughts on
why?
it?
I'm all
Because
why? What is my face saying?
your face is saying that bitch bought herself her own ring.
Period. Okay, so look, either a couple things could have happened. Either this bitch is like, because I really hate how she is making moves based on what's going on with her and her boyfriend. Oh my god, they have a fight, whatever. I'm gonna cancel my show. Bitch, no. No.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Sorry, let me start. Okay, I'm gonna say allegedly right now. This allegedly covers everything that's about to come out of my mouth. Okay. Um, or this bitch heard everybody talking shit about that, because I mean it blew up all over Twitter and everything about how like you are really gonna cancel the Brit Awards because you're fighting with your boyfriend. This is stupid. So either she like sucked it up and was like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna go buy me a ring. I'm gonna go over there and everything's gonna be great. And oh, okay, Adele, I love you. You have such talent. Your voice is amazing. I am here for that. I am not here for this whiny ass Adele. Like, bitch, did you lose your fucking nerve along with all that weight? Like,
Oh no, you
I am so
didn't.
mad. Yeah, no,
No,
I
you
did. I did.
didn't.
Oh, I went there. I went there.
The
Yes, I did.
we're gonna you know what? Vonnie has a new project coming out soon that will be announced, and I don't know that it will be announced on this network.
Look, all I'm saying is she is a very strong and independent and amazing woman. Lady, you do not need to cancel your shows because you're fighting with your man. Because believe me, I know. I know. Bent there. Bent there. But nothing's going to stop me from doing what I love to do in the long run. You love to sing. You love to entertain. You love to be there for your fans and your people and all that stuff. Like, it's not going to stop me. I don't care how heartbroken I am. I don't care how mad I am. I don't care about any of that stuff. Like, and then second of all, you made commitments. You made commitments. People are expecting you. Like, venues are expecting you. Tickets are sold. Like, you know, and all this stuff. So
Yeah.
it's just like, that is like, I'm sorry, with where she's at, all that thing that all that comes with certain power comes certain responsibility. I'm Spider-Maning this shit because she should not be like, she literally like, I'm for this. She went, yay, fuck yeah, you went. I don't think that bitch is engaged.
I don't think she's engaged either because Vonnie and I looked at the ring and it matched her earrings almost exactly, like to
Yeah,
the cut and everything was like exactly. I think it was just
a set.
I don't think she had a necklace on, so I think she
No.
just wanted some big diamond earrings and just a big ring because like the cut, everything was like the same. Like,
Yeah,
bitch,
yeah,
we zoomed in on that bitch. We're like, let me see.
yeah, yeah. We're looking. We're looking. We want to know.
Yeah, yeah. Like we're here. Like we're here for you guys to do the reporting. So, but yeah. So that is it for this week's podcast with Ye and Candace Owens made her return. Demi De Lovato have not.
Yeah, look, you fucking said her name.
Yeah,
I
but
mean, their name.
they've been quiet, so we'll see. I
It's
guess
like
her show
saying
didn't.
Beetlejuice three times.
I guess their show didn't do too well because we'd be talking about them. So, anyways, that's
You're
it
right.
for this week's episode. uh, Again, if you're listening to us, please make sure you check us out on our YouTube channel and Facebook page. The links are in the show notes. Also, check out our other podcasts like Oh So Petty, Bitches Who Brunch, and some future endeavors that we have yet to announce. We are so excited. Stay tuned, guys. Thank you so much for listening or watching. And yeah, we'll talk to you guys next week. And let's hope to God that Ye keeps his shit to himself. Bye.
Bye.